I'm not. I'm gonna burp if I have to burp.
This is why you don't get to be the special guest all the time. How you gonna be burping and shit in the thing?
I didn't burp when anybody was listening. Did I burp into the mic?
Yes.
No, I burped. Did you hear me?
Yes. So no burping, right no farting, no none of that. You can't
like I'm gonna fart in the mic.
You might, bro. I don't know. That's what ogres do.
Right.
That's what ogres do.
I got a problem.
So can you hold it together for an hour?
I'll try.
Are you sure?
Yes.
We'll try harder, motherfucker.
Okay.
Hey yo! Welcome to the best day ever podcast. I'm sorry. Welcome to the best day ever podcast. It's your boy, Mr. TRUSAV, live and direct. I know you're like, hey, Tru Sav, who was talking all that nonsense a second ago?
Were you recording the burping? Why?
Oh yeah! All of a sudden, see what happens? That red light comes on, the microphone's hot, boy. You better be paying attention. So, for those of you who can't see over here in Radio Land, I am joined by Mrs. Tru Sav,
extraordinaire,
aka Princess Fiona, aka a whole bunch of other stuff that we won't get into right
the
now.
Best. Woo-hoo.
So, here's the thing. I'm Michael Jordan, you're Scottie Pippen. When Michael Jordan's on the floor, you just be Scottie Pippen. I'm just going to pass you the ball. So don't be trying to take over the show, Scotty. All right? All right. So I finally got tired of recording in the car. I got tired of you guys complaining about, man, why does it sound like you're in a hallway? Why are all these homeless people out there? So I brought it into the house. And I have a very special co-host today. But this is the only time she's going to be here. She's going to make special appearances because she's already trying to change stuff. And we have a system here. We've already decided what we're going to leave that alone. Stop it. Jeez, man. This quarantine's got people going crazy. This is how crazy she is. She wanted to be on the show that bad. Babe, how come I can't be on the show? How come I can't be on the show?
First of all, I don't sound like that.
They can't even tell who's talking right now when I do that voice because it's like, is that her talking or is that him? Oh my gosh, I can't tell. They've got to get two different mics. So yeah, again, like I said, she begged and begged and begged, and now she's trying to make changes. She wants to do different music, and she wants to change the thing. She wants to be in the picture, but that's not what's going to happen.
I didn't.
You didn't say that?
No.
So I'm lying?
That was like one too many things. I just asked if I could be on the show.
See, fellas,
I didn't ask if I could change all that.
See, fellas, this is what happened. I created a whole new thing for me to do. It's something for me to do. So I could talk to y'all, or excuse me, savages. It's gender neutral. And then here she goes, I want to be on the show, man. So here's your chance. This is your one shot. If I get one negative comment, it's a wrap. No more guests. You're the first and only guest so far. So don't mess it up.
Gosh, that's a lot of pressure. I'll try not to.
I mean, you messed up already from your intro, but that's cool. Don't even worry about it. So, what happened last week? What did we do? Oh, yeah. Well, I was at home because I was on vacation. But then because I love my Esposa so much, I decided to go back to work to give her some time alone. Because you got on my goddamn nerves, y'all. But don't tell her that.
I can hear you.
No, you can't.
Oh, okay.
So how come you can hear me now, but you can't hear me when I tell you to do the dishes or do the laundry?
I can hear you then, too. I just choose not to listen.
Like most women. But it's cool. We still love y'all, though. So, did I tell you about the homeless person that I ran into?
No, you did not. Which one?
Which one? There's only like 4 homeless people out here.
We got an encampment, like, up the block.
Okay. You bully. So anyway, I saw this homeless guy. I was outside walking the dogs at like 10 o'clock at night. And the guy sees me from across the street and he goes, hey, are you a brother? And I was like, sure. So he walks up and tells me how white people are holding him down. And he starts to tell me how it's him and his wife who are in their 60s in this tent. And he has his 13-year-old and his 11-year-old niece with him. And it's going to be her 14th birthday tomorrow. And he just wants to get her a birthday cake, man. and some fresh clothes because nothing feels better than a new pair of clothes and some birthday stuff. And I was like, let me stop you right there, brother. I tell you what, I'm the manager at the grocery store owned by Amazon. Just come in the morning. I'll get you a birthday cake. I'll get you some little presents and stuff. We can work on clothes and all that. Just meet me there in the morning because I don't have cash on me right now. Do you know this motherfucker rolled his eyes at me and was like, oh, so if you ain't want to help, man, you just ain't got to help. Shit. And he just walked off and I was like,
So ungrateful.
Did I just get pressed by the hook? I mean, he was trying to get high. I'm not mad at him. He didn't want to hear my bullshit. He's like, nigga, I'm trying to get high. I'm not trying to get diabetes. The fuck out of here. So yeah,
I have
once
a
again.
homeless story too. Can I tell mine?
Sure, feel free to tell your homeless people story.
Okay, so today I was going to the liquor store because I wanted some chips. And I was walking down. As soon as I bent the corner from our building, I could hear this lady singing. As soon as wait, how does it go? I lost my train of thought for a second.
At first I was afraid.
Oh yeah, at first I was afraid. I was petrified. And I was like, okay, she's lightweight, yelling this in the middle of Telegraph and 25th. And I'm like, oh, okay. So I was on my side of the sidewalk. She was on the other side of the street. I had to cross the street to get to the liquor store. So I'm in the crosswalk. She started walking up on me. And I was kind of nervous because I was like, oh, she's going to start coming and bumping and grinding on me while she's singing this song. Mind you, she's in full on drag makeup. Has a wig on, is holding a wig, a blonde long hair wig, has a crop top with jeans on, and is just going to town to her own beat singing this song. And I'm like, oh Lord. So I cross the street, she's walking up on me, and then she does a little twirl and walks the other way, and so I was like, ooh, dodged a bullet. Got to the liquor store, got my chips, came out of the liquor store. The woman with the dog, another homeless woman and another homeless dude were standing on the sidewalk. He was doing his shoulders to it, yeah, cause she had her own beat going, y'all. She was just out there getting it, dancing, twirling, doing all sorts of stuff. And so I was like, let me cross the street here. So I crossed the street way before I got to her at the end of the block, and I made it safely back with my chips, which I enjoyed after lunch.
Wow.
I know, right?
That was probably the most exciting story I've heard in months. You should start your own podcast.
No, I'm good.
It should be called The Long-Winded Podcast, starring Miss Tru Sav.
I take after you, honey.
Yeah, but see, mine have a payoff at the end where it's talk, boom, haha.
Sorry, I'm not that witty.
Well, it's not even witty, but I mean, it's comic genius. But it's cool, though. You're cute.
Thank you.
And you got a little backfield. You got a little booty. So, I mean, that's cool. I mean, it's little, but, I appreciate it.
Move on from my derriere.
What? Oh, from your fat ass? My bad.
Next
I'm sorry.
topic.
I apologize. What was our first date like?
Oh, guys. Savages. Our first date was one for the books. I'm not even sure why I still dated you after our first date. My standards must have been really low, y'all.
Because I was fine as fuck. You were like,
That
look at this motherfucker.
That
Boy, this is bae right here.
No, savages, let me tell you. Our first date, he actually came to the house to pick me up. And when he walked through the door, he thought I was a professional basketball player.
If you keep slapping me, you can hear that. Stop it.
Okay, so I answered the door, and then he's like, whoa, do you play for the Monarchs? And that's, for those of you who don't know, that's the WNBA team that was in Sacramento at the time. And I was like, no, I don't. And then he's like, oh, that's what's up. And he's like, well, I'm blah, blah, blah. And I was like, okay. And then he came in, and he's like, I can come in? And I was like, yeah, I'm not a killer. So he comes in, We shoot the shit for a minute, and then he's like, "Oh, you trying to go to the park?" So we go to the park. We play football. But before we even get to the park, let me back up a second because I forgot a part. We walk down the stairs from the apartment building to his car, and there is somebody sitting in the front seat. Oh, and this person looks a lot like Nelly. And I was like, "Who's that in your car?" And he's like, "Oh, my bad. I have my friend with me because
I didn't know if you were ugly or not.
That was it?
Yeah. I didn't know what you looked like. All I saw was a picture in the paragraph.
You had pictures of me.
Yeah, but motherfuckers get catfished every day, B.
You thought I was catfishing in 2008? That wasn't even a thing.
Yes, it was.
No, it wasn't.
I got catfished before I met you.
Oh.
Did you listen to the podcast? What?
So anyways, Nellie's sitting in the front seat of the car, and so Mr. Tru Sav has to tell Nellie to get to the back so I can sit in the front. So we drive off to the park. We're playing football at the park, just throwing it around, playing catch. Nellie is sitting on the car hood, drinking vodka.
Was he?
And he was playing with my iPod, because I had brought my iPod with me.
You just fucked this whole story up, didn't you?
Isn't that what happened?
You want me to clean it up for you?
Yeah. Because I'm pretty sure those were the order of events.
Nah. It was.
We went to football.
Uh-huh.
He was drinking.
Uh-huh.
He was saying some foul shit that was, like, making me, like, whoa.
What did he
Then
say
we
exactly?
ended up at Jack in the Box.
What did he say exactly?
Huh?
What did he say exactly?
He was just like, "Oh yeah, that's what we do, stizzle." And I was like, yikes!
I forgot that part.
It's Sunday afternoon. This is what you guys do every day? I guess you guys must be real savages.
Party and bullshit.
So then we go to Jack in the Box. We're ordering our food. And we sit down at the table. Nellie still has my iPod. Was like, "Yo, Mr. Tru Sav, like, you should see all these songs she has, blah, blah, blah." This girl that I was dating had an iPod like this and I almost stole it.
That's not what he said.
What did he say?
He said, "My girlfriend has an iPod just like this. I'm waiting for one of her friends to come over so I can steal it and blame it on them."
Even worse. So I'm looking at him like, "Could you get my iPod back? Because I don't know you two. And I'm not trying to get my shit stolen right now. I just wanted to come on a date. And I didn't know I was dating two people today. I thought I was going on a date with one person." So, mind you, we get back in the car. He drops me back off at the apartment because I was living with my brother at the time. And I get out of the car and I was like, "Oh, shoot, there's my brother." And he's like, "That's not your brother." And I'm like, "Yep, that's my brother." So he stops the car and drops me further off away from the apartment. And then I get out and I was like, "All right, well, I guess call me sometime." And Nellie's in the back seat like, "Man, Tru Sav about to call you tomorrow." And I was like, okay. Like, I didn't know them or their dynamic. So I was like, whatever. Didn't think anything of it. Next thing you know, Tru Sav hits me up the next day. The rest is history, y'all. We've been together ever since. Wah, wah, wah.
That's kind of right.
Oh, fix it for me.
So why didn't I want to walk into your apartment?
Because you didn't think I lived there because there was no pictures of black people on the wall.
So you gotta, they don't know that. So here, let me help her tell stories. She's new to telling stories. Her brother is white. And she's half and half. So when I see this chocolate child and she's like, "Yeah, come on in." I was like, "Well, why is there only pictures of white people on the wall?" No, my brother lives here. Really, I was like, I'm not going to get catfished and robbed in the same day. Like, that's what's not going to happen. But that's okay. And then what happened? Came back on the second date and...
We went swimming.
Uh-oh.
We had our first kiss in a hot tub.
That's not all we had.
Yes, it was.
Oh, okay.
Don't put my business out there.
I think we're married, sweetheart. I think
don't care.
Oh my God! See, this is what happens. I try to have her on one time, and next thing you know, it turns into a whole other situation. This don't even make sense. What was I going to ask you about?
We talked about first date. What else did we do this week? We went to Costco yesterday.
Oh, yeah, that's exactly what everyone wants to hear about. Our trip to Costco.
Well, yeah, that's what we did. We don't do anything.
That's the problem. You don't do anything.
You're right.
Oh, my God. What am I going to do with you, little lady? Oh, didn't she talk to your homegirls the other day?
Yes, I did.
The bougie ones?
What are the bougie ones?
I mean, most of your...
First of all, don't call my friends bougie. We're not bougie.
What are you?
We're just strong, black,
Oh, my
female
fucking God.
women in American society. We are not bougie. And it was all the homegirls I went to college with. Yes, we had a video chat.
So she already described. You know the kind. Can we get separate checks? My spinach dip isn't like the one I make at the house. Can I speak to your manager?
Oh, why are you making us sound like a bunch of Karens? Because we're not.
Wow, that's a racist term that will not be used on this podcast. Wow. There will be no race baiting on the Best Ever podcast. There's 3 things we don't talk about here: sports, politics, and religion. We're gonna have to add race. 'Cause that's oh my goodness. But yeah, so there was one particular topic that I was enamored with yesterday. Do you know which one that is?
Yes, probably when Pee wouldn't let her husband play PlayStation.
Peep. Yeah, try not to say who that is. But yeah, she wouldn't let. What do you mean?
She does not like when her husband plays PlayStation.
Why not?
Because there's shit to do in the house.
Oh, she said play with his pussy is not that PlayStation, huh?
No, she said watch this baby.
Yeah, that's how you got the baby, is by playing with. Oh, she said I got this. I got another box you can play with. With that Xbox over there. Is that what happened?
Yes. She said she hides his remotes.
That's out of pocket.
Do you think?
I don't know what happened. They don't know what happened. What happened?
Oh, well, she just said that she usually does the majority of the cleaning and a majority of like the other household chores.
Isn't that what women are supposed to do?
Negative.
What are y'all supposed to do?
Don't
What?
go there.
What?
Don't you start.
What?
That is not what the women are supposed to do. We've had this conversation. Y'all don't get it twisted. True Sav does laundry. True Sav does dishes.
She is lying to y'all right now.
True
She
Sav
is absolutely lying. Yeah, I cleaned my dish and put it in the sink for her to do.
No.
With her bare feet. Get your bare feet back in the kitchen, little lady.
Don't be mad because you're domesticated.
Ooh.
You.
Okay, sure. I'm domesticated as in I don't run the streets no more. I sit up in the house like a house cat. So you were saying?
So I was saying.
PP hides the controller.
Yeah, so she gets upset that every time she comes home and like some of the household chores aren't done and she's got to do them after she's worked her full-time job all day, and she sees him on the PlayStation, like, I gotta not only take care of our son, but I gotta now do all these household chores and cook dinner, and you just been playing PlayStation. So she hides his remotes.
Well, that's rather childish.
I think it's hilarious.
As a child would.
But the way she was telling the story yesterday and her facial expressions, like, I was crying because it was so funny.
Because it was so sad that a grown woman would hide some... I agree. That is kind of...
I mean, to each their own.
What do you mean? I should have called him and been like, bro, you got to stand up for yourself. You can't just let her come in here and talk to you like this. If you want to play video games, you're going to play video games. And she's going to cook dinner and clean up after it and then put the kid away and then go to sleep. And then do whatever you ask her to do inside your guys' marital room. No?
No.
He's a lie. Put your arm down. There you go. You can't be.
Oh, sorry.
But yeah. So I'm confused. Does he work?
Yes, he does.
So
I don't think he is working right now because of the pandemic.
Oh, you didn't tell me that part of the story.
Yeah, I don't think he like can physically be at work because
So he's working from home.
his job. I don't even think he can do that because of his job.
Wait, what? So he is or is not?
I don't think he's like going to and from work or even working from home.
So he's not working, period.
Correct.
Oh, shit.
Exactly.
Even more reason for her to be nice about it.
To hide the remotes.
No, absolutely not.
No, because you got all day to do some shit I asked you to do.
Okay, what am I, your child?
No, you are my husband, my partner.
Yeah.
So help around the house.
I am helping.
You do help. I know you help.
No, I'm not talking about me.
saying,
I'm speaking for him. His presence as a man should be enough. Just being in the house.
That comment right there just made me throw up in my mouth. His presence as a man should be enough. Give me a fucking break.
He's the provider and the protector and all that.
He ain't working right now.
Yes, he is. He's providing dick.
Oh, get out of here. Get out of here.
What do you mean?
No. You gotta provide more than that.
Obviously, it was enough. She had a baby by him, didn't it?
Yeah.
All right, then I guess do something. Protection, right?
Sure.
Don't say sure, motherfucker, because you done tried to let me off my leash a couple times. It's been like, get him, babe. Bark at him. Get him.
I do that.
See, that shit's crazy. Women always will be like, we equal until it's dark. Can you walk me to my car? Wait a minute, bitch. I thought you didn't need the man. Mm-hmm.
I like my little bodyguard.
Nah, bruh, don't try to change the subject. We talking about your mans. So that means you get to hide the remotes? Because you don't like it?
I don't hide anything from you.
We know we're not talking about us, sweetheart. We are talking about this hypothetical situation.
I mean, I would feel somewhat like I would hide the remotes.
Why? Hey.
If you don't help clean and you're home all day, I would feel some type of way about that. And she said he also stays up till like 3 o'clock in the morning playing. So when I get home, I'm going to need you present and like helping from the hours of blah, blah, blah to blah, blah, blah. And he don't do that. So yeah, when you go to sleep tonight or in the morning, since he stays up so late and I'm up getting ready for work, I'm hiding the motherfucking remote.
I'm just going to buy a new one. I'm just going to have a gang of remotes around the house just hidden. Like, fuck it.
I mean, can you afford that when you ain't working right now?
I mean, you're working, so of course I can afford it.
What if their bank accounts ain't joint?
I mean, I'm going to go in your purse. Like, let me hold that one time. There's going to be a lot of shit ordered out of Amazon. You keep fucking with me.
I guess. I don't know. I feel her, though.
This is a very interesting scenario. What if the roles were reversed?
Meaning what?
Like, what if he worked and had to, like, cook and clean and shit, and, like, she just kicked it?
She kicked it and did what? She didn't help?
Well, he has to help do something, because if the baby's there, what is he doing? He's just letting the diaper fill up with shit and not doing anything?
I don't know. I don't know the scenario. I think the baby goes to grandparents.
Oh, so he's just at the house all day?
Yeah.
Hey, that sounds like a life to me.
That's what I'm saying. When I get home, that PlayStation better be off. And if
Why?
it's not, I'm hiding the remotes.
So
You can't cook dinner? That's a stretch. You know I'm home at this time every day. You can't have dinner made. You ain't done shit all day. You can't turn the game off for an hour to make me a meal?
No, bitch, because I was fighting whoever I was fighting. And I was playing online. But do you know the level of competition right now online?
It's probably high because all the motherfuckers are at home.
Exactly. So why would I stop doing what I'm doing, competing at the highest levels to make you some motherfucking dinner?
You guys have these like fantasies in your minds. I'm like, oh my god, I can't live without this.
Fantasies. I'm just saying, bro. I've talked about it before. When I first got my PlayStation back, when was the last time I had a PlayStation?
It had to be like when we first started dating.
And I had like a PlayStation 2.
2. Yep.
So that was PlayStation 2 was like 10 years ago.
Yep.
Something like that. And I've been playing since when? I got it in like December? Like Christmas, right?
Yeah.
Before Christmas?
That was like your Christmas present to yourself.
So what? So December, January, February. What was the one thing I always complained about when I be playing online? I mean, these guys are trash. They are absolute ass.
Yeah, because you can only go on at certain times when you work during the day.
Mm-hmm. But now recently, it's been what?
All day, air day, everybody's on.
So you get a better level of talent. So for those of us who are connoisseurs who have grown up playing games, now there's nothing but the best talent in the world. The world is on timeout. So there's nothing for us to do. So again, you want me to give up the high level of competition to cook you something?
For 60 minutes, yes.
You can't DoorDash some shit. You got big bread? You can't DoorDash something?
Nope.
Get a little pizza delivered or something?
Nope, I want my husband to make it. I want a home cooked meal.
Oh, that's some petty shit. See? Instead of trying to solve problems, women always trying to make them worse.
Yep.
I want a home cooked meal with Ben, motherfucking, what's the fat dude's name? With the lemon pepper wings.
Who?
The fat dude, the rapper.
Oh, Rick Ross?
There you go. Go to Wingstop, you know what I'm saying? Kick him down a couple dollars. Tell him to bring some Wingstop through, get some lemon peppers and little fries and whatnot. Get you a little lemonade, you straight.
No.
They don't have DoorDash up there?
I'm sure they do. It's not a foreign country. It's still in
So there you go. All that complaint. Look at that. I just solved the problem. See? Look at it. See, she should have just called me and asked. I could have solved this. Like, bro, you are tripping.
Yep.
That doesn't make sense?
Sure. To you it makes sense. To me it makes sense.
I'm just asking.
We'll just agree to disagree.
How are we going to agree to disagree if you just said it makes sense? That's called being passive aggressive.
Like, it makes sense, but then, like, I also see her side of the story still.
Oh, so you're co-signing with the bride, huh? All right.
If you want to say that.
I get it. I mean, I don't want to say it as it did. I'm just saying. You're signing with your friend. I'm siding with her husband, I guess, the side of rational thinking. Can't play PlayStation all day.
I know you would love that, Tru Sav.
To play PlayStation all day?
Mm-hmm.
No, I'm grown. Like, I'd rather read a book. But, I mean, to each his own. Like, I'm not here to judge. I mean, it gets old after a while. Who could play PlayStation all day?
A lot of people.
Oh, I know somebody who could.
I know exactly who you're talking about.
Oh my gosh. Jesus Christ. So I guess since you're here, I can ask you some dating stuff. Because all the stuff I talk about is from the guy's perspective.
I don't know if that's like such a good idea. I haven't dated in a really long time.
So you can't have an opinion because you haven't dated in a while? Jesus
have an opinion.
Christ.
I got lots of those.
Are any of them backed up by facts?
Some of them.
That means none of them. So
Experience.
I work with.
They're backed up by experience.
Exhale really slowly.
Breathe slowly.
Do you know what Tinder is?
I do.
How?
Because I have friends who are single.
Alright. Keep fucking around. Keep fucking around. Find out you know what Tinder is, nigga.
Swipe left, swipe right.
So, you know what? So, all of your little homegirls in the group chat, they all have degrees, right? Like, they all went to college and finished, right?
Yes.
And let's see.
You saw the graduation picture.
So for the people who don't know what I'm talking about, they now know, right?
Yeah, sorry. I forgot where we were for a second.
Yeah, because everyone's infatuated with my life because I'm Mrs. Tru Sav and everyone knows everything about me. Anyways, back here in Okanda, back on the planet Earth. um, Jesus Christ, I forgot what I was gonna say now because
You said everybody in my girl group
I had to
has
take a
degree.
trip to fucking Venus, where women are from. You never read that book? Men are from Mars, women are from Venus.
No.
You should check it out.
I tried to put you back on track and you still keep going.
I was on track. I was just had to hit you with a little joke before I came back. I had to slide through the turf. Had to hit you with one.
Get back on track.
You talking over my joke doesn't make it any less funny. You hater.
I'm not laughing at it.
Well, because I'm laughing at you. Like it's not. It wasn't a co-ed. Or like Jesus, not co-ed. No one can see your faces. This is radio, my guy.
I don't care.
No one can see your
face.
face.
For them. They're for you. Get back on track.
First of all, there's one host and there's the guest. The guest doesn't tell the host what to do, or the guest will be forever vanquished to the cutting room floor.
No, people are gonna email and be like, "Man, I loved hearing your wife on the show. Like, you gotta do that more often. Please vote for me, y'all."
Oh, you think I won't go outside and record a whole another hour by myself?
I'm sad.
Remember that next time you want to try to ruin the host joke.
Okay.
Now, where were we supposed to be back on track to?
You were talking about how all my homegirls who I was video chatting with,
Oh yeah,
they
so
had a degree.
okay, shh, thank you. I remember now. So you guys all have degrees, right?
Correct.
So that means you're making like some Trump change, not chump change.
Somewhat depends. It depends on what field to study, but most of the time, yes.
So out of all your homegirls, which one of them is not the greater wage earner of the ones that are in relationships? So how many of your friends, the man that they are dating makes more money than them?
0.
None of them?
Like, just that group, or like in general?
There's
all
only
my friends?
there's only one group that we're talking about here.
Oh, okay, just that group.
Mm-hmm.
That group would be a 0.
How do traditional gender roles play into that then, do you think?
I think they have to be reworked in that case.
Why?
Because traditionally, the man is the greater wage earner. The woman was the housewife staying home doing all the stuff.
Correct.
Okay, so now that you got the woman being the greater wage earner, there has to be some kind of I guess, new distribution of responsibilities in the relationship.
How do you figure?
Because I'm not going to be at, like, just say for instance, I'm not going to be at work all day and then come home and do all the things from the house when I'm basically providing everything for the house. So not only am I providing everything, but I'm also not going to come home and like do everything. I will do a portion of it, but I don't think that I should be doing, not only bringing in all the money, but I don't think I should also be doing all the like chores at the house. Like, I don't think I should take out the trash if I'm bringing in the dollars.
Interesting. So is it like a 100% swap? Is that what's going on?
No, I'm not saying 100% swap. I'm saying there has to be shared. I'm just saying it's not going to be like, yo, you brought home the greater wage. So, like, and I'm supposed to be here doing, ooh, Betty Crocker. And then if it switches, like, yes, I'm going to be bringing home the greater wage, but I'm not going to expect you to do everything. Women also have different standards in how they want their household. So that's the thing. Like your definition of cleaning is different from my definition of cleaning.
Yeah, mine's clean and yours isn't. So, I mean, there's that.
So like when we say wipe down the toilet, and that's like a different meaning for me versus you. Wipe down the countertops. Like when you do the dishes, do you think that includes wiping down the stovetop and countertops, yay or nay?
Who are you talking to?
I'm talking to you.
Boy, you're going to embarrass yourself. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're going to play yourself.
Well,
Don't do
no,
it.
okay, so for most people, when they hear, like...
There you go. That was a better...
Okay, our scenario is different, so yeah.
Let me stop you. You're doing a Tru Sav. You way off on I-5.
Okay.
So let's take this back a step. My question to you was, when you said that your female friends were the greater wage earner, and then you said, well, I'm not going to take out the trash, well, I'm not going to do this. That's why I asked you, is it a straight swap to where now the woman is the provider and protector and the whoop whoop whoop, and the man is now in what would be, I don't want to say feminine because it's assigned gender, but now the man would have to cook, clean, whatever.
Like he's got the bitch rolls.
You can't say that.
What can I say then?
That's not appropriate.
Oh.
That's why we're saying the different roles.
Oh, okay.
Because now, never mind. We'll have a semantics conversation later. But the point is, my question is, if the woman makes the most money, does now that elevate her to what would have traditionally been the man's role? And now the man is in turn at what was the female role?
Initially, I think it would, but it doesn't. Because most women who are still the greater wage earners still have to take on a majority of the responsibilities around the household. Just because men are not as willing. I'm not gonna.
Maybe you guys are just better at it.
I'm not gonna man bash.
Because maybe it's just like in your guys' DNA to like cook and clean and shit. I'm just saying, maybe that's why you guys are so much better at it.
Well,
Maybe God in her infinite wisdom was like, you know what? Let me help man out real quick. Now you guys know how to cook and clean and all the other type of stuff.
I guess.
Maybe. Wow.
I don't know. Because...
That was definitely a joke.
Yeah, I get it.
I didn't think you were going to go for that.
Well, obviously we know that you're the better cook.
Don't try to fucking butter me up, lady.
Oh, honey,
Don't
you are the
try
better cook. So anyways, like, I would want you to cook. Like, I know that's one of my weaknesses, so I'd want you to help the household prosper in that area because that is your strength. So there needs to be like some kind of communication between like, yo, this is what I can do. Like, not only am I bringing home the money to provide for everything, but like, I'm gonna need you to help me do this and this because that's something that I am not good at.
So when you say everything, because you said that a couple times, so what happens if both parties are working? Because the days of one person making enough money, there we go. Waiting for you to stop moving. Stop shaking the mic. Because the days of a one income household are pretty much over with.
Right.
Well, in California it is. So if the man is still working, he's just not making as much as the woman. Does that now make you the provider? I'm really asking this because I've seen a couple of people in some of these lovely Facebook groups. They feel like if the woman is the greater wage earner, she now becomes the head of household, which means she gets to make all the decisions. She decides what direction the household goes in, stuff like that. No,
because I don't think that being the greater wage earner would still justify your position in the relationship. Like it's still supposed to be like an equal partnership. So just because I make more money wouldn't mean that I make all the decisions. Because what if it's not the best decision? Like I would still like want your input as a partner. Like I'm married to you. Like even if you make less, like that doesn't make your opinion less valuable.
Well, we're not saying opinion. We're just saying, well, from what I read, it seemed the people that were making the comments seemed to think that that now that they're the head of the household.
Because they're making the most
Right.
money.
So it's not even that your opinion doesn't matter. It's just that they're assuming the role of the man, and the man is assuming the role of the woman. If that makes sense.
So I guess I'm looking at it different because I still wouldn't assign head of household to the person who makes the most money.
Who gets the head of the household?
No one.
What?
It's an equal partnership.
Like 50-50 or like 51-49?
Like 51-49.
Who gets the 51?
The greater wage earner.
And this is why the man is in charge, because you guys talk in circles. Like, what did you just say? Okay. I don't know. I feel like...
Do you think that someone who makes is the greater wage earner is, like, entitled to be? That's what you're saying they are.
No, I'm saying that the man gets to make the decisions, period. I don't give a fuck if the man got that.
I go laugh at that one too. You are so funny.
What?
Tru Sav. You just make me laugh.
I know. That's how this whole situation started. If you're in a relationship, regardless of who makes the most money, in certain circumstances, like, he's got to be the guy, right?
No. Making all the decisions?
Why not?
No.
Why?
Because, but again, it comes to, like, is it situational?
Sure.
Is that a word?
It is today.
It's because depending on, like, what it is that this decision is about. Like, do you think you're best fit to make a decision on everything?
Yes. Me, personally?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm the shit and you know it.
Well, no. Okay, so you are the wrong person.
You already know. You already know.
You are the wrong person to ask then.
I know.
But I mean, okay, so just in general, like, not thinking about yourself.
Let's see.
Would you think most men are capable of making decisions on everything to deal with the household across all boards?
Extremely. Dagwood, D-Rock, Fawn, Gemma? Dome Capone? Absolutely.
I'm not talking
Without
about
a
your
doubt.
savages. I'm talking about across the board in general. We're not talking about my girl group. We're not talking about your guy girl group. We're talking about, like...
Do I think that guys in general
what you've
should
seen
just
with your Facebook group and stuff, yes.
A guy should get to make every decision?
Do you think they are capable across all boards to make every decision for the household?
Of course.
That would be the right decision.
Oh, absolutely not.
There we go.
No, absolutely
See?
not. That's ridiculous.
That's what... Okay.
Guys are stupid.
That's all I needed.
What?
So... that just killed your point because you just said guys should always make the decision, no matter what.
Yes,
Whether
I
you're
did.
the greater wage earner or not.
Correct.
Okay, well, you just said absolutely not.
No, you said, do I think that
they're not capable?
No. You said, do I think that they... I said...
Did I state it wrong?
You said, are they capable of making the decision? I said, yes. You said, will they make the right decision? I said, no.
Well, then that makes them not capable to me because you need to make the right decision in order to keep the household running.
Every time?
Majority.
I mean, but see, here's the difference, though.
What's...
If a man makes the wrong decision, he'll be accountable for it. Be like, you know what, I fucked up. Should have did it. When you guys are in charge, or I'm sorry.
Whoa. We're not talking about...
We're speaking in generalities right now. Whenever the woman's in charge and it's a fuck up, it's, oh, you guys. See, look what you guys did. I can't believe that you... It's like, wait a minute. Wait, lady. You've got to be accountable for what you do. These are facts. Trust me, I've done the research. Okay. These are absolute facts.
Okay.
That's not true?
Sure.
How many of your friends own up to when they fuck up on something?
I don't know. I'm not around them all the time. I don't know how they interact with their
We're
partners.
speaking in general.
Oh.
It's just in general. I'm not saying a specific time. I'm just saying. When you're speaking to your female friends, how often do they say, you know what? I fucked up. I shouldn't have did that. I probably could have done something different. Or do they blame somebody for some shit?
I would say like 4 times out of 10, we hold ourselves accountable.
4 out of 10?
That's a good
So that really means like take 75%. That's 1 out of 10, motherfucker.
Wait, what?
You got to take
What kind of math
75%
are you
off.
doing?
It's just like when you ask a girl how many people she slept with.
What?
Like you times it by 3. So whatever they say, times it. So in this situation, we're gonna minus 75%.
You can't minus 75% from 40.
What?
You can't minus
4 minus 75% is 1, motherfucker. I wasn't good at math, but I was good enough at that kind of math.
Okay.
But anyway, but no, not seriousness. It doesn't. I think the problem is society has trained people how to act. Like this is masculine, this is feminine. As far as like cooking, cleaning, laundry, like those are feminine things.
Right, but then like
The masculine things would be taking out the trash, fucking fixing the car, doing, what is it, DIY projects around the house, like those sort of things are society is determined are masculine. So the problem is when you have a woman that makes more money, as the man, how do you respond? Because it's like now, are you assuming the role of protector, provider, so on and so forth, and now am I relegated to the feminine side of it? Like, cause I'm not gonna lie, everyone's like, why don't you just be a house husband? And I'm like, I don't know how I feel about that.
for us.
Yeah, we're talking about us now. And I was like, I mean, I wouldn't have a problem with it, but like, I'd have to have a job somewhere. Like, even if it was like one day for like 2 hours.
Yeah, in my opinion, I don't think men were like made to like stay home with like and care for a child like all day.
Pump your brakes. You're going down that road again. Pump your brakes, nigga. Pump your brakes. I'm interested now. Go ahead. I want to hear
I
this.
just feel like you guys are wired differently. If we're really going to talk about these roles as masculine and feminine, I feel like you guys are wired differently and you would be less able to handle that than a woman would. Traditionally speaking.
So, oh, honey child. So you're saying that men can't take care of the household?
I'm not saying you can't do it. I'm saying you weren't wired to traditionally. Like it's not something that was like men normally like taking it back to old times. Like if we were growing up in old
Taking
times,
it back to the old school.
yeah,
Old
like
food.
okay, so like were men taught to do the sewing? Like were men taught to do that? Like because that's what like you were at home doing. Like you were making the kids clothes, making lunches, da 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 da. Like men are capable of doing it, but you weren't like programmed or taught. Like it wasn't the boy was always following daddy around and the woman was or the little girl was always following mommy around kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's where I'm going. Like you were wired, like you said, to do all the manly things because you watched daddy do them.
Kind of. I mean, my dad cooked and did laundry and stuff.
Well, you do that.
I know I didn't really do DIY projects or stuff like that. I paid people. But I get your point, though. I get your point. Feminist? Are you a feminist?
No, I'm not a feminist.
You sure? Huh. Interesting.
I wouldn't want you, like, for our situation.
Oh, shit. Here it comes.
I
Here
feel
it
like
comes,
for
y'all.
men's sanity, they need to be out in the work field.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah, because we can't be at home with you guys all day.
Exactly. Just like, yeah.
Barefoot and pregnant, huh? That's what women should be? Just barefoot and pregnant.
No.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, we agree on one thing. Fuck it. Wow. That's very interesting. So I don't know.
I see, because
I
like
really don't.
a lot of situations where I've seen the man be the, what do they call it?
The
What
house
is,
husband.
yeah, or like was somebody else called it? I feel like I've heard it called something else. Anyway, um, they, like a lot of people I've heard be in those situations, like they were very hesitant. The man was like very hesitant to just like take that role as being the like stay at home parent. It wasn't a willingness, even though the female was the greater wage earner.
Maybe, maybe you just need some more friends.
Maybe.
It's a distinct possibility.
Yeah.
Get you to what is it? Broaden your horizons, maybe.
Yeah. I'm
Meet
still
some,
young.
meet some new people. Are you?
Yeah.
Yikes!
30 is the new 20.
Motherfucker, you look like you 50. I'm just saying, you got to be about half 100.
Honey, please. I got good genes.
Who told you that?
Everybody.
Oh shit! Women lie, men lie. um, was it? Do you think it's difficult for women who make more money to? I don't want to say settle, but do you think that's a problem with dating? If you're going off traditional gender roles where it's supposed to be the man pays for this, the man pays for that, but it's like financially it's just not possible.
Yeah.
So like, are you lowering your Are you lowering your standards? Maybe.
I feel like, well, each female is different.
But we're asking you, so
Oh, okay.
it's implied that we want your opinion.
If, can you re-ask the question, please?
When you, as a female, are making enough money that you know your partner will never make as much money as you, do you feel like you have to lower your requirements for dating? Like, if you say, I want him to take me to this 5-star restaurant and so on and so forth, and I want to be showered with gifts. Like, do you have to now lower that standard to be like, well, if the nigga lets me supersize it, I'm fucking with him? Does dating someone who makes less money than you change your requirements of dating?
No.
How? Wait, what? How does it not?
Well, I guess for me personally, it wouldn't. I mean, I've
Okay.
never, in my lifetime, I've never dated somebody who's made more than me.
Oh, you never dated a baller before. Oh, sorry.
I mean, I've been on dates with one. I guess, yes. Actually, I take that back.
First of all, I feel like when we first started dating, I made more money than you.
You did. Because I was a broke college graduate.
I feel like for the majority of our relationship, I made more money than you. It's only so about 5 or 6 years ago you started making more money than me, buddy. That's.
So that's not a majority. That's like 50% of the relationship.
I mean, I can count. 8 is more than 6. You had to think about it.
No, because it's only been 12 years.
13. But who's counting?
Whoa. 12. You obviously can't count.
Wow, you went to school to get all them degrees. You can't count, huh? All right, it's cool, whatever.
This August will be 12.
If you say so.
So 6 and 6 is half.
If you say so.
Well, we already know that I'm the better one at math, so.
Keep telling yourself that, sweetheart.
You tell me that.
I don't tell you anything. Okay, sure. If you say so. So again, what were we talking about before you got distracted this time?
Lowering your standards if they don't make as much money, and I don't, like, whatever kind of date they plan, they plan.
Do you think that women, because you know all the high acidity ladies, do you think that, because that's another complaint I see all the time, is like, how come the man won't pay for this and the man won't pay for that? And it's like, but if you make 3 times what I make, like, Should I really have to do all that? This is your personal opinion.
No.
So then, I'm assuming that's why there's a problem with traditional gender roles, because if the woman makes more and now she's paying for dates, like, where does that leave the man?
Right.
Because now the man feels like, well, I'm not really providing anything, but I still got to do the fucking take out the trash and take out this. And, like, I don't think that women would be capable. Oh, shit.
Oh,
That
look at
sounded
now.
bad.
No, look at where you're going.
What happened?
Do tell.
No, what I'm saying, I don't think that women mentally
Oh,
would
okay.
be able to handle that. Because for so long, for generations, it's been the exact opposite. But, like,
Exactly what I was saying about man staying home with the baby. Go ahead.
okay. So, if the woman had, well, first of all, let me preface this. I think that you, and when I say you, I'm talking about women, I'm talking about all of y'all. I think you guys gave up the best fucking deal on the planet. I'm just here to tell you. I think you guys
What
played
do you mean by
yourselves.
that?
I think you guys played yourselves.
What do you mean?
I think you overplayed your hand.
Oh, by
You
pushing
guys,
for all the
you
women's
guys,
rights?
you guys had a great hand. You had a nice fucking straight flush. You were like, oh, this is a good fucking hand, you know? I might just push all my chips into the middle of the table. But you didn't see that ace of spades and that king of spades out there. You were like, fuck it. I'm all in. And then we flipped over that royal flush and it was like, oh shit. So, what I'm talking about is. Damn, I guess I gotta clean this one up, huh? So,
So you're saying we shouldn't have fought for women's rights? The women's
that is
rights to
not what I'm
vote.
saying. That is
Oh, okay.
not what I'm saying in
Okay.
any way, shape, form, or fashion. Uh, Equal rights, equal pay, my body, my choice, all that shit, y'all needed that. So Roe versus Wade, you know what that is, right? So all of that, I'm with all of that. Now, where it got a little out of control, when you started talking about, if we want to go to work too. Wait a minute. So here's why I think you overplayed your hand. Back in the day, if I was a man, if I was a man, surprise, motherfuckers. Uh,
Ooh.
for a man to date a woman, he had to court her.
Yes.
He had to take her out on dates. He had to do all types of fancy shit. You couldn't even get. You weren't even really required to get no ass.
Nope. You had to do all that for nothing.
Like you had to wait months before you could even sniff the pussy. In some cases, you had to marry him first before you even got the pussy.
Right.
Then you couldn't just live together. You couldn't be like, oh, we're shacking up. We're just
And I'm
gonna,
gonna keep trying the cow out.
yeah, we're just gonna live in this one bedroom on the fucking east side, and we're just gonna. You had to marry him, so you had to be able to provide for not only yourself but for her. You had to be able to buy a house, and then when she started popping out kids, you had to be able to provide for all those kids, school, food, paying to fix anything, college funds, all of that. And all you guys had to do was bake some cookies, fucking help the little rugrats out. And you guys didn't want to do that?
Guess not.
Bro, fuck that. Like you whoever did that to y'all, you need to talk to them. They fucked the whole game up for y'all. Now, let's not pretend like there weren't people who took advantage of the situation and were mistreating their spouse. That's fucked up. That's not the way the game should go. I'm not advocating that. I'm advocating that everyone was treated with respect. But again, you didn't have to work. All you had to do is take care of kids. I get it. Raising kids is the hardest thing in the world to do and all that other silly shit you guys say. But I mean, that was a win for you guys.
I mean, was it really though? Because these past 2 months, I've been working from home, doing.
Keyword is working.
I mean, okay, but I'm still at home. Like I'm here all day, and like the walls are closing in. Like I gotta. I think being out in the workforce, having that socialization is like needed.
You guys can socialize from home, play bridge or something.
Mm-mm.
Do you know how fucked up it is in the workplace? Do you know what goes on in the workplace?
Yes, I do.
It's bullshit.
Depends on which workplace.
No, I'm just saying. Jobs are trash. Who wants to go to work? So let me put it to you like this. So you marry some guy, he's a millionaire. You never have to work for the rest of your life. You're telling me you're going to trade that in to go to work every day?
Hell no.
Then what the fuck are you talking about? You just made my point, nigga. Like, what are you talking about?
Bitch, when you want me to put my 2 weeks in. Matter of
need...
fact, I don't even need 2 weeks. I'm gone.
I just want to, get some human interaction, like go outside. Shut the fuck up and go back inside. Okay, daddy. I'm going to be waiting by the pool working on my tan. Get the fuck out of here. Yeah, everybody says that shit. Just fucking get the fuck out of here. I want to go to work, feel like I'm pulling my weight in the relationship. Get the fuck out of here. Who wants to go to work? I've never met a housewife in real life that said they wanted to go back to work.
Really?
Never. Absolutely never. Where the man, like, where it's some old school, like, the man works, pays for everything, like, because, I mean, think about it. Not only do you have the pleasure of sitting at home all day, you get to raise your children, like, for real.
That's true.
You get to decide everything that they learn, all the values that are instilled are your values. You don't have to pay someone a ridiculous amount of money to watch your kids for a little bit. You don't know what's going on at the daycare. And then think about it. All you got to do is get them to 5. School starts. As soon as school starts, you get up at what? 6, 7, get them dressed, get them off to school. You ain't got to do shit but fucking drink wine and eat bonbons. Till the little motherfucker gets back at 2?
I think you're like overlooking all the little things because there's more than just drinking wine and bonbons.
So
like we would have to have like what meal we're gonna make for dinner.
Are
like
you
we're
serious?
gonna have to help them with homework.
This is spoken by a motherfucker who can't cook.
House is clean, like laundry done.
Okay, so you said 4 things right
Pick
there,
up
right?
the toys.
Okay, 5 things. So you said what? You said cook?
Like what are we gonna
So you
have
said
for
cook.
dinner?
So cook, that's 1.
Yeah.
You said clean the house.
Yeah.
3, you said laundry.
Yeah.
4, you said what? Pick up toys.
Yeah.
Okay, so how many hours in a week? We'll say 40. We'll call it a work week. So how many hours a day out of your 8-hour shift is going to be spent picking up toys?
Probably like a good hour.
An hour of picking up toys? Bitch, what do you live in a mansion?
Hell yeah.
So in your 2-bedroom apartment that you live in, it's going to take you an hour to pick up all them toys? Fuck it. Let's say 4-bedroom house. It's you, your spouse, your 1 child, and your other 2 spare bedrooms. It's going to take you an hour to pick up all the toys?
No.
Okay, then we said clean?
Yeah.
So if it's you, your husband, your 1 child, and you don't work, how dirty could the house possibly get from one day to the next?
I guess you're right.
Because you've already...
Not dirty. You could just touch it.
And then laundry. How long does it take to do a load of... How long does it take to do a load of laundry?
Not long at all, because you can do other things while it's going.
So we've already knocked those 3 down to what, an hour? Hour and a half? How long does it take to cook?
It takes not that long, depending on what you're making.
Even if we're making creme brulee, motherfucker, what, 2 hours out of 8? That's still 4 hours. You ain't got to do shit.
True.
Yeah, it looks like you should have made some better decisions in life. You should have found you a baller. And I went for the cute guys, huh?
I know. I fucked up.
You fuck it up.
Damn it.
I'm still trying to find me a little baller lady.
I need a sugar daddy.
Shit, I need a sugar mama that don't want no sugar. So I'm just saying. I mean, it doesn't work for everybody, but I would be a kept man. I wouldn't have a problem with it. Whenever you want to retire me, and just send me off to the pasture and to just raise children, I got you.
All right.
But I'm gonna wear my little apron.
But you just said you would still want to work part-time.
I did, because I'm not going to ask you for money. I'm not going to bullshit with you. I'm not going to be like, babe, could you kick a nigga down a couple dollars?
Can I run to the store really quick to get some chips?
Yeah, let me get your little ATM card. Run that.
Yeah,
Couldn't do
can
it.
see how that.
Because again, you've been hardwired to believe your entire life that this is how it is. The man does this, the woman does this. So like it would be hard to break that, to be like, yeah, I'm just gonna.
Well, remember when you first met me, I was kind of wired like that.
What do you
And
mean?
then I slowly broke down.
Like what?
Because remember, I was like, you're supposed to pay for this, and you're supposed to do this.
Yeah, but I told you if I gotta pay for everything, you're gonna drink a big cup and shut the fuck up. Like, I mean, if I gotta do all this, you're gonna have zero opinion. So, do you want to be 50-50?
Yes.
You know, remember what dude said at church?
What?
He was like, now, ladies, I know a lot of y'all went out there, you went and got college education, you went and got you a good job. Well, your man didn't do the same thing. So you like, Pastor, I make all this money, my man don't make no money. So what do? You forgot already?
Yeah.
Oh, nigga, you know, I didn't forget. He's like, so fellas, savages, where you at? I need you to listen really closely to what I'm about to say right now. And you female savages too, listen up. So this is what we do. You're going to tell your significant other, we're both going to cash our paychecks on the same day. You're going to bring all the cash to the house. You're going to walk to the biggest table you got in the house. You're going to put all the money on the table. You're going to swish the money all around. And then you're going to look at each other. You're going to say, this is our money. It's not yours. It's not mine. It's ours. It doesn't matter who put what in there because now it's all ours. So there is no more greater wage earner. It's a family thing. Oh my goodness. Huh. Will you look at that? 1 hour.
I didn't.
Yeah, congratulations. You're the first and only guest we'll ever have. What?
No, I feel like I should be on the show again. We can come up with another topic.
Yeah. I'll give you like 15 minutes at the end of the next episode.
Okay.
I got other stuff to do.
Okay.
I got funny stuff to do. All right. Let's see. Oh yeah. Tru Sav comedy. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Oh yeah. PlayStation Network at Tru Sav 52. Anybody can get it. Let's see. Madden 2K. What else? Oh, there's nothing else. I guess Red Dead Redemption. I'm gonna get back on that. All right. Do you have anything that you would like to share, illustrious guest?
I do not.
Oh, good, because I was gonna cut you off anyway. Okay. So, still, oh, I finally got the pictures, so I'm done. You guys voted. The beach is it. If I can, I'm still waiting on. I'm still waiting on this guy.
You say that every time.
What?
That you're waiting on this guy. You guys, savages, it's a mystery man. He's waiting on a mystery man.
Well, just because you don't know doesn't mean that it's not happening. Because I don't have to tell you everything, right?
Yeah.
I didn't know it was my responsibility to check in with you, let you know everything I was doing there.
Okay, well, I'm the greater wage earner, so
Boss
that
lady.
is your responsibility.
First of all, dick drives this car, not pussy. So
Okay, anyways, back to your outro. Go.
that's why it's called a dictatorship, not a pussytatorship.
Go.
You take dictation, not pussytation.
Go.
Hey, you want me to keep going? I can go all day. I've got it all.
Go back to your outro.
I was trying to before
Okay.
I was rudely
Oh,
interrupted.
shut up.
It's the first time for everything, apparently.
I took accountability.
And yet here you are, still
Look at me,
talking.
I took accountability and you still want to come at me.
Because
Just
you're
go.
still talking.
Okay, I
Stop
shut
talking.
up.
Can I do the outro now? Yeah, so I thought, don't say anything and we could have a threesome with another girl.
What?
Oh! I thought you were going to stop talking.
Go to your outro.
I thought you said you were going to stop talking. See, look at that. Jesus Christ. Can't get a moment's peace around here. Jeez. Anyways, before I was rudely interrupted, everything is going according to plan. This is why the greater wage earner needs to go do something with herself. Aren't there dishes for you to do or something? And why do you have shoes on in my kitchen? Women are supposed to be barefoot in my kitchen. What are you doing? Oh, you're not going to talk, huh? Finally, Jesus Christ. That's all you got to do, boys. Get them to be quiet. All right. Unfortunately, next week we're probably not going to have our illustrious guest. It's just going to be me being bored again.
Wah, wah, wah.
Look, there you go, talking again. Nobody asked you to co-sign, you bastard. Jesus. Why are we together again?
Because you love me.
Well, because you're cute.
Well, either way.
I'm a sucker for light skins with little baby booties. All right. I'm gonna get out of here. What was I gonna say? Since you know so much, how's the outro go?
You gotta have your slogan.
No, how's the outro go? Since you know so much.
It's like hug someone.
Nope, you fucking
Be
up
kind
already.
to people.
What? Whose show have you been listening to?
You can't get yesterday back.
No.
You might not get tomorrow. So that makes today
Boo! You're
the
trash.
best day ever.
No, that's not how it works. First, you gotta tell them that you believe in them.
I believe in you.
Uh-huh.
I love you. You savages.
Oh my god. If nobody told you yet.
If no one told you yet,
I believe in you.
I believe in you.
I want the
love
best
you.
things for you.
I want the
and
best
only
things
you.
for you and only you.
I love y'all to
I love
death.
y'all to
I miss y'all
death.
so much every week.
I miss y'all so much every week.
Well, we should do that. Can you do that later? Yeah.
Oh. Keep going.
Yeah, that's what got us in the situation the first time. Ooh, keep going, Tru Sav.
Okay, let's finish the outro. So
I'm trying to.
Okay.
We didn't already?
No.
Oh, we're still on?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. We are. Hey, you can't get yesterday back. You might not get tomorrow. So that makes today
the best day ever.
Don't fuck it up. You sound terrible like that.
Okay, let's do it.
Alright, bye. No, we're not. You already fucked it up. Bye, nigga. I'm gonna holler at Joe.